You know I changed my life. I was in the trap OG, serving out white. Think about it day to day, day and night. Last night I had a drink, and it felt so right. In the trap was serving fiends, but work on triple B. Big 40 in my jeans.
Hip Hop Me Too.
Welcome to another episode of Hip Hop Hoops Season 3. I am your host, Anthony Ighodaro. I got my co-host with me, Mr. Chris Blackwood.
What up? Let's go.
Listen, man, we're on our second week of NBA.
Let's go, man. It's a beautiful
Second week
Yes.
of NBA basketball.
Come on, man.
Listen, man.
It has that 90s, early 2000 type of feel. You know what I mean? Thank God for those rule changes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We'll get into it, I guess.
I think
it's
the
a good,
refs
it's a
are
good
getting
look.
out of hand, though. I'm not going to lie.
Come on, man.
They're getting a little out of
hooping.
hand.
They're letting the ballers ball, man. Hoopers are hooping right now, man.
Anyways, we're going to start off with performance of the week. Who do you have?
You know what? I got RJ Barrett, man. He had a phenomenal game. Just to top off the week from last week, or this week, I should say. We played against the Pelicans.
Right.
They beat the Pelicans. And he had, I believe, 35 and 6.
35
career
and
high.
6?
35 points was the career.
I like the
career high,
improvements
you know what
of
I mean?
his outside shot.
6 threes, man.
6 threes.
Six
That's incredible.
threes.
Yeah, he's
you know
doing
what?
it.
Shout out the Canadian Prince.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
RJ
Barrett.
We need him on the show for the culture.
For the culture. We need you, big guy.
Absolutely.
Yeah, Knicks are number 1 right now in the East.
Knicks are number 1?
Yeah. So
They're tied.
they're tied.
Yes,
Well,
they're 5-1.
On the standings, they're at the top.
Okay. I'm going to go with Joker.
The Joker.
Last night he was hooping. He had 26, 19, and 7.
Yes.
And they end up beating Minnesota, who's actually playing very, very well right now.
They're playing all right.
Yes.
They're playing all right. They're playing all right.
You know, once they get Jamal Murray back in, the swing of things, I think they're going to be fighting with Utah for that number 1 seed, man.
Well, Utah's in a league of its own in the regular season. We know this already. Yeah. That's why they're the number 1 team in the West.
Right.
You know what I mean? But hey, is he the number 1 center? Come on, you see it.
He's not the number 1
I
center.
feel he is, man. Joker, keep doing your thing, man.
Joel Embiid is the number 1 center in the league.
Come on,
yes.
Joel, you got to play more games, and you guys are struggling right now. But anyway, good win last night.
Yes,
great win against the Hawks last night.
Let's go to play of the week. Play of the week.
All right.
Who you got?
Man, I got the man, 45, Delano Banton, baby. Delano Banton, man.
What's the play?
Come on, man. His fake, man. I call this fake that he did. It was like, when you're waiting, I think Toronto mans would understand this, especially those that take the TTC. When you're waiting for the TTC and you see it coming, or it already stopped at the stop.
Right.
And you're running towards that stop to catch that bus. And that bus driver, he stops. He sees you. He acknowledges the fact that you're running for the bus. And he stops, but you're taking too long to get there. And he has to go on his route same way. And he leaves you. So playing against the Magic, I seen Delano Banton just, had the ball, made his move to the middle.
That 45 bus pump fake.
You know what I mean? Gave that 45 that pump fake, man, that pass fake. Man. He faked the crap out of that Orlando defender and finished with the floater, man. It was a very good look. It reminded me of that 45. If you missed that 45 bus, you know what I mean? Sometimes they give that pump fake.
Yeah.
Give you a little chance to come and catch up, but if you take too long,
it's
gone. And that was
Shout out to Delano Banton.
Shout out to Delano Banton, baby. Good job.
And
we got the win too, man.
Got the win,
and
yes.
the Raptors got the win too,
Most importantly,
man.
we got the win.
Most definitely.
I will go, my player of the week is KD.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Of course.
KD, he had that hard dribble. Boom! Dropped that dude on the floor so bad and hit that
Did he trip on his foot?
No,
I
he
don't
didn't.
know.
No, he didn't trip
no,
on his feet.
No push. No
push.
It was clean?
It was clean.
Okay.
It was definitely clean.
Okay.
It was definitely play of the week. He hit the 3, and Brooklyn definitely they won too.
Yeah,
so.
They struggling, but take that
win.
win.
It's okay. They won, and KD had the best player of the week.
Okay.
Yes, sir. Let's go. Let's move things to rookie watch, man. Rookie watch,
man.
I know it's only 2 weeks in, and everybody's probably saying like, "Why you guys talking?" Listen, man. We're just gonna go week by week.
Yeah, man.
That's
Take
what
it
we're
week
doing,
by
man.
week.
Yes.
And the rookie to watch. like
Yes.
I've been advocating. And I know this is not a Scotty Barnes fan page or a fan site or
That's
anything
okay.
along those lines or a fan show, but Scotty Barnes, once again, I believe he had 21 against Orlando on Friday with
Right.
the win. He had 21 and 12 with the win last night against Indiana.
Yeah.
Come on, man. Scotty Barnes, once again, is the rookie to watch.
Yes, he's balling.
Come on.
What is he averaging? See, averaging about
He's averaging 17 and 8.
17, 9, and about
17 and 8
about 2
rebounds
assists.
and about a couple assists.
Yeah.
You know what I
Yeah,
mean? Almost close to the prediction numbers that I gave out, but who's counting? Who's counting, right?
No, that's a good pick, man. You know what? I seen a play from Scotty Barnes that was super, super impressive. And I'm talking about the play when he grabbed the rebound, I believe, and he pushed it 3 dribbles
That's
and then he
it.
dunked.
Yeah.
That's Giannis right there.
That's what
That
people are
is
saying.
Giannis.
That's what people are saying.
That
But
is a young Giannis. I
but-
seen that. I was very, very impressed by that.
super impressed, but he's playing better than Giannis first year. That's for sure.
No, 100%.
You know what I
100%.
mean?
I
So-
thought you were about to say something crazy.
No, I'm
like-
not gonna say nothing that
Okay,
crazy.
okay,
Not
yeah.
yet. Not
No,
yet.
no,
Not yet.
Okay. No, he's definitely hooping right now. Shout out to Scotty Barnes. Come on the show, man, for the culture.
For the culture,
show.
big guy, we need you.
Evan Mobley has been hooping. He balled against the Lakers on Friday, but I'm gonna switch it up, man. And we got to go with another Canadian, Chris Duarte. I don't know if I'm pronouncing his name right. I hope I am. Duarte. He's averaging almost 20 or 19.8, 4.8 rebounds and 2 assists a game. He's leading all rookies in scoring. This guy is hooping. He came out of nowhere. I
came
wasn't
out
aware of
nowhere.
him. He went to Oregon.
24 years old.
Yes.
You know what I mean? He spent some time obviously playing school ball, but he came to the league ready. He came to the league ready and he could score. You know what I mean? And we'll see.
He's not afraid.
He's not afraid at all. And you know, Rick Carlisle, that's what he does, man.
He's a Canadian too.
That's shout out our Canadian hoopers doing their thing, but shout out to the coaches for giving him an opportunity to just hoop and do your thing, man. You know, and he's doing it. Sucks that they ran to the Raptors last night. Took 2 L's to the Raptors in the last week. You know what I mean? But he did his thing, so no complaints over here. Yeah, he's definitely a rookie to watch for sure.
Definitely. Let's move on to Team Watch. Who you got? Who do you got? Team Watch.
My team to watch right now, I'm gonna keep it in the East. The New York Knicks, they are the number 1 team in the East. They got the same record of a few guys, but
okay. So
I'm gonna give you that number 1 team to watch right now. I like the way they're playing. Their defense is slacking a bit, but they definitely picked up their offense. So we'll see if they can balance out the two. Because last year they were very defensive orientated and they did their damn thing, but they couldn't score. You know what I mean?
Do you think adding these new additions like Kemba Walker, Evan Fournier, to that mix is improving them a lot?
I think so. It's improving their offensive numbers. You know what I mean? Not leaving all the scoring to Zach Randolph and
Julius Randle.
Sorry. He played that exactly. He played.
Yeah,
you know
he's
what I mean?
lefty. Yeah.
Julius Randle and who else is there? Derrick Rose obviously coming off the bench, providing that offensive scoring punch.
I think they filled the needs, that they needed, especially in the playoffs. They struggled a lot.
They did. They got exposed.
You know what I mean? They definitely got exposed. Julius Randle got exposed a
Big
lot.
time.
For
And
the lack
RJ
of
to a
outside
certain
shooting.
degree,
Definitely
you know?
RJ got, but he improved. RJ improved. For him to hit 6 threes, that's not a fluke, man.
You know what I mean? It's not a fluke, but like I said before, man, if you guys remember AC Earl, a Raptor great, fan favorite, you know what I mean? He dropped 50 in a game before. You know, I say that to say it doesn't count because it didn't last. He got his 20 seconds of fame and then we moved on. So although I'm picking the Knicks.
Are we really talking about AC Earl?
No, listen, man.
Are we really talking about this guy
Although
right
I'm
now?
giving the credit to
For
the
real?
Knicks and they got the number 1 spot, we'll see how long it lasts, man. And I want to see the fans react to that, especially them Knicks fans, man. I see you.
They're very loyal. They're
I
very
see you.
loyal.
I
Or do
see
you
you,
think the
man.
Knicks will last, or do you think this is something that just
You just hear me say AC Earl.
You're saying AC Earl way too much on the
Come on,
show,
man.
bro.
Shout out
That's
AC
just
Earl,
crazy.
man. He had the wild hair, you know what I mean? He did his thing. I think he gave Boston like a 50 nugget piece.
When? Like
It was a while back, but he
100
did.
years ago?
He did, man. But
Anyways,
I'm just saying
man,
it.
my
You know what I mean?
team watch is Washington Wizards.
All right.
They're 5-1 as well.
They're doing their thing.
They're definitely doing their thing. Washington Wizards has 3 former Lakers. The Washington Lakers. Kuzma is averaging 15 and 11.
He's doing his thing.
Montrez is actually averaging 19 and 9.
Contract year.
KCP is averaging 11, 3. He's shooting 50% from 3.
Clutch sports.
What what is going on with the Washington Lakers?
They're hooping. They're doing
beat
their
Boston.
thing. Beat them twice, though.
Double overtime.
They beat them twice. So that said a lot about Boston. They need some help. But anyway, they beat them twice. I was just
okay. They definitely beat them twice. But
yeah.
But what is going on? Like, why couldn't the Lakers get this kind of production from these former players? Like, what was happening?
I mean, I feel like
Kuzma's averaging 15. Montrez is averaging 19. Imagine you insert this into the Lakers right now.
Right.
And what do you have?
You have a contender. You know what I mean? To a certain degree.
So what happened? What like I just need to know.
It was hard to play under, that LeBron pressure, man. It's real. You know what I mean? And they just weren't producing night in, night out. Not given the opportunity to get in the rhythm. Rhythm plays a lot. You know what I mean? When you know you're gonna get 10 to 15 shots a game, you're gonna approach the game a lot differently. Right. Whereas when they were with the Lakers, Montrez didn't even know when he was gonna get in the game. You know what I mean? KCP.
Sometimes he didn't even play.
Right?
Yeah.
KCP just running to the baseline, just hoping for the best and waiting for somebody to spoon feed him the ball, and play some D. You know what I mean? And then poor Kuz, he didn't get the opportunity.
Kuzma got disrespected a lot.
I didn't want to say the disrespect word, but
Kendrick
yes.
Perkins, man, he disrespected this man and said he doesn't allow his sons to watch basketball when Kuzma's playing.
Yeah,
because
those are hurtful words.
It was just airhead type basketball he was saying. I think that's very, very disrespectful. Shannon Sharp, all these guys. Shannon Sharp said he would trade Kuzma for a pack of bubble gum.
Yes.
That's what he said. He would trade it for a box of Twinkies. He was every other day he said something different. What he would trade him for.
They're LeBron fans. So if LeBron's soldiers are not moving accordingly to their liking, they got the platform to do it. So they're gonna rip them. And that's what's happening. Poor Kuzma, he was just victimized.
Kuzma had 17 rebounds the other day.
I know. And nobody really talked about that.
Hit
even
a
though
big
it's still
clutch
early.
Three.
Even though it's still early. But
come on, man. I'm
I mean?
seeing things from Kuzma wow. Imagine he got this opportunity. Maybe he been a max guy.
Maybe.
It's
never too late. Just keep
not too late.
Just keep hooping. Just keep hooping, showing, improving, and be consistent.
Right.
You know what I mean?
The key.
And sustain it.
That's the key.
Don't be.
Do I think Washington will last?
We'll see. Just like that AC Earl 50. It didn't last, right? What? Anyway.
Anyways, man, moving along. Let's talk about Edward Rogers, man, and the whole Masai Ujiri thing, man. What's your thoughts on that, man?
So the Raptors' biggest signing of this year before we went into the season was getting Masai. That's who we need. That was the Raptors' biggest. signing.
So he signed.
He signed, man.
I wasn't even aware of that.
Yo, man, he's making like 15 mil a season. For the next 5 years, 15 million.
Because there was some talk that he was, looking at Washington Wizards, the Knicks,
some teams
stuff like that. They really wanted to pull him
more
out
and give him equity of the team. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But he wants to be a Toronto man, you know what I mean?
He brought the
a
first
sweet
trip here.
man, Toronto style, baby. You know what I mean? That's what he wanted.
A sweet
but you know
man.
what I mean? Pause with all that. But I'm just saying, you
Bro,
know.
what are you doing right now?
I'm just saying, man.
my
A little
God.
Toronto slang, A little Toronto slang for the man Masai Ujiri. Long story short, when they were negotiating, the former head or chair of Rogers Communication, Mr. Edward Rogers, the son of Ted Rogers, who passed away, rest in peace.
Rest in peace.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Long story short, he didn't think Masai deserved all that money.
Wow.
He actually thought, one, that Bobby Webster could do what he does, Masai that is. He actually thought that Masai Ujiri was arrogant. Why? Because when they met in Muskoka, Masai came with his longtime driver and a videographer who was taping a nonprofit movement or a documentary for Masai.
What?
But you know what he thought? You know what Mr. Rogers thought they were? When they came to the meeting with Masai, were his bodyguards. So
this Rogers guy needs to go away.
You know what I mean? But long story short, Mr. Rogers, he kind of messed up because he tried to get his whole board fired. And when the board found out about that, he got the boot. So he's no longer the chair for Rogers Communication.
Thank God.
I think he's the chair for other spots in that, or other boards in that organization. But long story short,
man, you need basketball minds. You need basketball minds that know other basketball minds.
Thank God.
And Messiah is a basketball genius.
Yes, he is.
He made me definitely a believer.
Mm-hmm.
When he picked, you know, Scotty Barnes. I wasn't saying Scotty Barnes wasn't a great player, but I'm just saying I just felt like, you know, Suggs was just a better fit for us at shooting guard. 6'5", he can play the one or the two.
Right.
So I on draft day, I was like, Masai, you got this one wrong. It doesn't look like that.
Made you a
It
believer.
does not look like that. So you need basketball minds. And this Rodgers guy, bro, where you going?
He's about his money.
Go away, man.
He's about the money, but at the same time, he kind of messed up because he thought Messiah wasn't worth all that. And
he's a fool.
But what's what the beautiful thing about it, Larry Tannenbaum, you know, the head.
The head.
Yes.
Yes.
You know what I mean? He could overrule all that.
Thank God.
You know what I mean?
Thank
and
God.
with Mr. Rogers going to other NBA execs, kind of baiting out what Larry Tannenbaum and the board decided to do, and going to Adam Silver and trying to complain and saying Masai shouldn't be getting all this money. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, Larry Tannenbaum is the head of the NBA governor. He's the governor of NBA operations and all that within that board, and he could overrule that. So Larry Tannenbaum ain't going nowhere. Masai ain't going nowhere. Thank God.
You know what?
I mean?
They made a bunch of like fake, you know, news in the media.
Yep.
You know, Messiah's looking at Washington. He's looking at the Knicks. Why would he look at those franchises?
A lot of people were hitting him up. With more money,
I believe
more
that.
equity. I even heard some European soccer teams in those Premier Leagues were looking at Masai. You know what I mean? Throwing dollars at him. And he said, he wants to be a Toronto man. You get me?
I rate it.
And you know what I mean? You got to rate that.
rate
Because
it.
imagine if he was not here. No disrespect to Bobby Webster. You know what I mean?
No disrespect to Bobby.
No.
Webster. That's
Bobby,
okay.
He's a young mind. I take him in. I like what he's doing. You know what I mean? He said something along the lines in one of his interviews that he was watching Scotty Barnes from when he was 16. So he's a basketball savant.
He said that?
Yeah, he said that.
I don't believe him.
Come on, he's a basketball mind. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, that's Masai's protege possibly. And Masai made sure Bobby got paid. Masai made sure everybody on his team got paid before he negotiated to do what he had to do. You know what I mean? And Mr. Rogers,
he was the final piece.
right. And Mr. Rogers, Edward Rogers, that is, you know, he's a Trump supporter.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
I heard this picture of him with Trump floating around somewhere.
He had a lot of tweets supporting Trump when he was in power.
So it's making some sense right now.
It's making a lot of sense, you know, and you know, Masai and Barack.
Yeah, that's his guy.
That's his guy. So you know, there's gonna be tension regardless.
I
so
see
maybe
what's going on
he
here.
tried to get him out before it was too late. But I think Mr. Rogers should kind of look out for himself right now because he's getting booted out of all these boards. You know what I mean? And yeah, long story short, man, Masai's with the Raptors.
Absolutely.
He dealt with that police situation, that police officer in 2019 after they won the chip.
The way he dealt with that was like,
he did it neatly.
I commend him for that.
He did it so neatly.
Not me. Don't put your hands on me like that,
Come
sir.
on, you would have yeah.
It's gonna be a long night.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a long night.
You would have got AC Earled real quick. 50 piece.
My guy.
But anyway,
let's not.
I'm just saying.
AC Earl no
I'm just
more,
saying
please.
he would have got an AC Earl 50 piece. But Masai didn't even take that route. He has so much class. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Dealt with
Stand up guy.
Stand up guy. And but the word on the street was Edward Rogers even called Masai to tell him that you're getting paid. You don't deserve all this money that you're getting.
I'd have hung up on him right away.
He called him. But you know what? Masai was gonna take the year off.
I'd have hung up
After that phone call, he was about to take the year off.
Stupid.
You know what I mean?
Wrong? This is why you need basketball minds. You need them in your organization. If you don't have it, you will lose.
Shout out to Larry Tannenbaum, man. You know what I mean? That's the real OG right now that's keeping the ship afloat right now.
Okay.
He knows Masai brings too much value. Look how much value he brought already, money-wise.
Absolutely.
To MLSC.
Yes.
You know what I mean? So he knows where the money's at. Keep Masai happy. Masai, how many division championships did he bring to the table? A championship on top of that. Canada's only basketball team, professional basketball team in the NBA.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like, come on, we need Masai. Larry sees that. So, sorry, Mr. Rogers, like, you're probably looking at, I don't even know what you're looking at.
He got to go. He got to go.
You know what I mean? And he's slowly getting the boot. So you better just fix up internally right now and leave Masai alone. I'm just glad that we got Masai for the next 5 years. So hopefully we see another chip.
So what about Delano versus Malachi Flynn, man? Who should be the backup point guard, man?
Right now, man, it has to be Delano, man. And I love Malachi Flynn, man.
I do.
You know what I mean?
He has a little Steph Curry mold in him for me.
He's the scorer. But I think he just has to kind of redefine himself with the minutes that he gets. Because right now, I think even last night against the Pacers, he only locked in like 2 minutes.
You got to go to the G League.
Maybe even have to go to the G League. But
I think they should assign him to the G League.
What people don't understand, and I'm glad the NBA world is seeing what I seen from Delano from when he was at Rockcliffe. Shout out to Rockcliffe. Shout out my whole TTK.
Best middle school
basketball crew. There was a bunch of young guards that I used to work with in my basketball program. And I was like, yo, these kids are a problem.
He's from Rockcliffe, right?
Well, you went to Rockcliffe. Shout out Rockcliffe. I know you went there and all that good stuff.
Shout out Rockcliffe.
You know what I mean?
Rockcliffe Royals in the building.
When Delano was 5'7", we were the same height. He graduated from Rockcliffe, and I have a picture. And I let it be known, he's up next. I didn't think up next to the league. I didn't think he was going to grow a whole foot from middle school all the way up until...
I didn't know he was a point guard, though. I did not know
he was a point guard at heart, and he's putting everybody on notice. Because even I seen a possession with Orlando, in the Orlando game,
right,
when Van Vliet and Delano were on the court at the same time.
Right.
Delano gave Van Vliet the ball to bring up. Van Vliet was like, nah, you bring it up.
Right.
So Van Vliet, as the OG he is, he sees the man's a point guard. And a very pass-first type guy, too. Mm-hmm. He's putting the league on notice, man. He was a point guard from the jump, so he just grew 6'9". But he's a 6'9" point guard at heart, so...
We need him on the show, man.
Come on.
For the
long
culture,
story
man.
short, man, Makai, get right. The minutes you get,
he needs to go to the G League. Just assign him to the G League, and we got a good farm system over there.
We do.
Where they develop guys.
We do.
Obviously, you know, Pascal and Freddie were in there. They won chips over there.
Exactly.
And they became amazing players and got better. Mm-hmm. And then, you know,
don't forget OG. OG got a chip.
OG as well, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, OG.
So, you know what?
OG is the same OG right now.
He is. He's the same OG. Just a lot stronger. You know what I mean? A lot quicker.
Same
and the confidence
OG.
is high. Same OG.
I see him doing some things that he probably shouldn't be doing. Yeah, OG.
Hey, his leash is a lot longer. Let him learn.
They need to tighten up that leash a little bit.
We'll see. We'll see. Maybe when Pascal comes along. We're doing this all right now. Right now, 7 games in, we're above 1 game above 500. Come on, man. Around these times last year,
we just need to hold on for dear life, man, until Pascal comes on.
Hey, big game. Two big games coming up. We got the Knicks on Monday.
Right.
And I think Washington on Wednesday. Whew. So if we can take those two, let's go, man. First 10 games. That's where
Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's move on to the rule change, man. You know, James Harden. You got guys like Trae Young. They've been in the media, you know, complaining about this rule change. They're James Harden, man. He's looking a little suspect.
Well,
I don't know.
I told you about the hamstring.
But he said it's the hamstring.
Yeah.
So I read, you know, in the comments, you know, they said, "Shut up, bro. You've been hanging with Lil Baby all summer.
Going to Paris. Wearing those horrible outfits, man.
Like, cut it out. You've been Lil Baby working on his album.
Getting arrested in Paris, right?
You know what I mean? Like, what did he say? It was he was working on his hamstring.
Yeah.
He wasn't able to play no 5-on-5.
Right.
He just rehabbed.
Which could be true, though.
But you're with Lil Baby.
Which could be
Paris.
true. But he probably didn't even think anything of this rule change till the games actually started. And a lot of the manipulating, like Trae Young and James Harden, they manipulate.
He shot a lot of free throws on Friday.
Because I think, you know, his complaints were starting to get louder. and it sucks for Coach Nash, because I remember when a couple years back when Brooklyn played Atlanta and Trae Young was like, Steve Nash is my guy. Like, I model my game after him.
He did. I heard him say that.
And, you know, Trae Young's patented move is, you know, he'll get in front of you and make you run into him.
That pause dribble.
Right? The pause dribble. You run into him, get a foul.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Refs have to call it.
Yep.
Refs ain't calling it no
Nash
more.
said that's
but
not
Nash was like,
basketball.
that's not basketball. Remember that.
He did say that.
It sucks that he said that about Trae Young, and then he ends up getting James Harden. And now saying James Harden's a poster boy of the new rule change.
That's crazy, right?
It's kind of nuts.
Yes.
Shout out Steve Nash. You're in a tough position right now. But hopefully
they won't wait for him. They will not wait for him. When he keeps putting these lineups up with Javon Carter, you know, Patty Mills, and James Harden on the court together.
It's tough. It's tough.
And you're getting out rebounded.
Yeah. Yep. But to the rule change, you're hearing a lot of, it has a 1990s, early 2000 type of feel.
I love it.
Ballers,
I love it.
You have to hoop. You know what I mean? From the point guard position, look how Fred VanVleet is kind of adapting to it. He's getting demolished.
Yeah.
Remember the first couple of games, he was getting demolished every time he drove to the rack and no calls. But now as the games are going on, he's adapting. He's playing the same way, but he's facilitating more. He's taking the contact. So, you know, Trae Young, you got to do the same. Who else? James Harden, you got to do the same. You just got to adjust. I think they're smart enough. They're basketball. They're savants, man. They know the game. They just can't finesse no more. You guys are finessing for years, and now
they've been finessing for years. But I think it's absolutely crazy for people to think like James Harden's just average player. Like he won't adapt to this. He'll look like this for the rest of the season. He had 29 on Friday. I think he's getting his legs underneath him,
right?
And I think from here on out, you're gonna start seeing him look like the old James Harden.
We'll see. We'll see. But he got to play his game and stop looking for calls.
Absolutely, I agree.
You know what I mean?
Yes,
but,
sir.
I love the balance. Last thing, I love the balance with, the tough guy, the PJ Tuckers of the world, like all those type of guys. This is their type of game. You know what I mean?
90s basketball.
Yes, low scoring to a certain degree, but that's why I love the NBA, man. They caught the finessers, they caught them,
the finessers,
right in the act. You know what I mean? Caught them red-handed. They changed up some stuff, and now you got to adjust. So you got to love it, man. Shout out the NBA for that.
Okay, we're gonna move on to some music. Pressa, Toronto's own,
legendary,
Finch's finest.
One of Finch's finest.
One of Finch's finest.
For sure, man. I got a chance to watch that Breakfast Club interview. Just getting on Breakfast Club milestone.
Big.
That's huge.
Yeah. And
what I mean?
For an underground rapper.
Yes.
I hate to use the word underground, but that's what he is. Underground.
Well, that's what he was.
He's not mainstream yet.
He's on his way.
Yeah, of course.
Yes.
I think he's on his way.
Yes.
But I don't think he's mainstream right now. I'm thinking he's still considered an underground artist.
Okay.
And for him to be on Breakfast Club, that's huge.
Yeah.
That's huge. I watched the interview. He talked about Finch a lot.
Yes, he did.
He talked about his Jamaican background with his father.
Yes.
Still in his life, giving advice still.
Yes.
And being in prison.
Mm-hmm.
I think that was an incredible interview, man.
I thought it was a dope interview. I thought Pressa gave a lot of nuggets in regards to artists in the game.
Right.
Starting off independent.
Yes.
He had his own blueprint. You know what I mean? Start off independent. Do your shows, make your connections, and then I think he signed to Sony now.
Yes,
but at the end of the day, put in your work. He's telling all you guys, put in your work. Stay consistent. And
he's putting on for the city. I love it.
Come on, man.
Because he never does an interview or anything without talking about Finch, Toronto, anything. He always represents, and I love it. I wish everybody else would do that.
Right.
But he's putting in some work, and I love it, man.
One thing he did mention is we need more unity.
Yes.
That's for sure. On the Toronto scene, we need a lot more unity.
100% we need more unity.
You know what I mean? That crabs in the barrel mentality. Everybody can eat, man.
Mm-hmm.
I think the pandemic showed everybody that the way they were giving out those serve checks, money is there. There's enough money for everybody to eat. If everybody can get a serve check, you know what I mean? There's enough money for everybody. So I think now we just got to find a way to collaborate. You know what I mean? And I think once we even collaborate, that'll even bring the gang violence down and the gun violence down in the city. You feel me? So,
100%.
Yeah, shout out Pressa, man, on the dope interview.
Shout out Pressa. But I did see something where his girlfriend, Coyle Ray, she posted single.
Yeah.
What's that about, man?
On,
Did they break up, man?
Listen, man, I think this goes for every hood man. You know what I mean? When you get you can get your girlfriend, you know what I mean? We're still learning. I'm gonna call myself a hood man. I'm just saying in general.
I'm not a hood man.
Mans are still learning how relationships work. You know what I mean?
He's young.
We love hard. The man them love hard, but they're hard to love. You feel me? So it's like there's certain things she wants, she's probably not getting, but then when she gets it, she's cool. So I think that response of her being single just came out of anger. You know what I mean?
So you're saying all Finch men are hard to love.
Come on, but we love hard.
You're hard to love is okay.
No, but we love hard. Don't forget that.
Okay.
Yes.
Shout out to Pressa, man.
Shout you out, Pete.
Listen, we're gonna move on with Jada and Will Smith. Jada Pickett.
Yeah.
What's going on with
you
this
know
woman,
what?
Man? I see her shaving her head.
There's context though. She came out and said, you got to see the whole interview. You know what I mean? On her red carpet. She had
I think she needs to just get off TV, man. Just go home.
No, she has a red carpet show. She has a red carpet show, and
I don't like it.
They're gonna explain in detail. From that clip you seen, there was more to it. You know what I mean?
Stop talking about your man. Just don't even. If I was Will, I'd say don't talk about me no more.
But she has
don't
to.
Don't talk about me. Just talk about yourself and your ladies and do all that other. Don't mention my name no more in your interviews.
She has to.
You have me out here looking like a fool.
Will though, I think Will knew this. Remember, she used to talk to Pac. You know what I mean?
I heard you wanted him
Pac
to
and
dress
her
up
were
as
like
Pac
best.
as Halloween.
Come on,
Is
Pac
it
and her
true?
were best friends, possibly.
She wanted
They
Will
were
dress up
best
as Pac.
friends, and Will Smith, the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, had to battle that. So he's used to this already, man.
Listen, I'd be insecure if my girlfriend was brethrens with Tupac Shakur.
You know what I mean?
Are you crazy?
Shout out
You
Will
cannot
Smith.
be friends with him no more. Hell no. No. It's not happening.
But Will's cut from a different cloth.
I'm saying
man.
you are the Fresh Prince, but we're talking about Tupac here.
That is true,
We're not talking
too.
about summertime. No.
No, but
You cannot be friends with Tupac Shakur. It's not happening.
Will is a beast. Shout out Will Smith. He's a
Shout out
beast.
Will, but my God.
I wasn't feeling that
Stop
Future
talking
line.
about me.
I wasn't feeling that Future line. I hope Future did not.
Oh, with the Future
Yeah,
he said, I'd
Future
rather
did
hang
not-
with
Yeah,
I'd
I
rather
hope
hang
not.
with Jada.
I hope not, man. Shout out Will, man. He's taking a lot. He's taking a beating right now.
He
but
keeps taking that
but it's all
sad
good.
face. I just keep seeing it all over everybody's timeline.
I
Like
know.
it's just there.
it's just there.
The
but
Will Smith sad face. Like stop
it's
it,
all
Jada.
good. He's only sad for the moment. He has that new movie coming out, if it didn't drop already, with the Serena sisters, the Williams sisters, and all that. So
Okay.
he's good.
He's definitely good,
He's
but
good,
just stop
man.
embarrassing me.
It's all
Don't
good,
talk
man.
about me anymore.
He got thick
Is that
skin,
not
man.
fair? Like, I'm your husband. Like,
Yeah.
am I not allowed to say just don't talk about me anymore in your red carpet little thing? Like,
But
keep that
you
to
know what?
yourself.
As a husband, if it's gonna help bring traction to
But it's
what
bringing
you're
the
doing,
wrong traction.
that is true too.
My
but
God.
any traction is good traction. Like they say, any publicity is good publicity, right?
Oh,
So
God.
you got to look at it from both perspectives. You know what I mean? And I'm not gonna knock it. It sucks, but come on, man.
If
know
you
what
were
I mean?
in Will Smith's shoes, what would you say to Jada? What would you say to Jada?
I'm gonna look at my bank account and I'm gonna be like, yo, this ain't an AC Earl moment. That's what I'm gonna say. This ain't AC
Listen,
Earl.
man, all right, all
We're
right,
good.
all right.
We're good
Okay.
over. I'm
All
gonna
right,
look at my,
all right, all right,
I'm gonna look at my bank account, see her behavior. All right, cool.
Will
This
Smith
just
is
a
getting
little
paid
shock value.
$20 million per movie.
There you go.
You think that's because of Jada and this foolishness that she's doing
It's
on
all-
her
it's
little
all
show?
good. He's helping her out, man. That's all I'm saying. He's
He can help
helping
her out, but
out.
don't make me look stupid. Help me out, but don't. I can help you out, but
Yeah.
don't make me look
I
like a
understand.
fool.
I understand.
That's
that.
it.
But it's just social media that thinks he looks like a fool. And
Okay,
it's
do you
nothing-
not? Do you think he looks like a fool right now?
No.
Because you're just saying the money part. That's it.
That's his wife. He knows what he got into before he married her. Back in
No,
the day,
she wasn't doing this foolishness years
she
ago.
She was a Tupac.
But what is that?
As best friends. That's what she used to
Yes.
label them as.
Well,
But Pac was probably saying something totally different. You know what I mean? So Will's battle tested.
Can't
He
be
battle
friends with
tested when it
Tupac
comes to Jada, man.
I'm sorry.
So all
Y'all-
this.
y'all call me
been
what
there,
y'all
done
want,
that,
but
man.
you cannot be friends with Tupac.
Shout out Will
Shakur.
Smith, baby.
No, it's
Keep
not
doing your
happening.
thing, King. Keep doing your thing, man.
Listen, if I'm Will Smith, I tell Jada, listen, do your show. Just don't talk about Will Smith, okay?
It's gonna be
Talk
hard,
about
man.
anybody else. You know, she had the incident with the singer.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Now
Yeah.
this, like, it's just what else
And then,
is next?
and then
What's
Future,
next?
and then Future adding insult to injury.
But you know, Future is just the top, you know, the top of top.
he is the top.
He's a real sleazy guy. So, you know, he's
Wow.
always there for that.
No, real talk. Real
Yeah,
talk. Real
so
talk.
of course. Well, come on, just leave my name out of it, do your show,
Right.
and you know, you can get your numbers off that. You don't need me to keep
The numbers ain't the
Throw me
same,
under the
man.
bus?
The numbers ain't the same if you don't mention
Man,
Will Smith.
whatever.
Man.
Anyways, man, there you have it. Hip Hop Hoops Season 3.
Yes.
I'm your host, Anthony Ighodaro. I got my co-host with me.
Chris Blackwood, I'm here, man.
Where hip hop meets hoops, man. Listen, go subscribe, go like, go
on.
share, go comment.
Do that, man.
Canada's #1 podcast.
Let's do it. Let's get
Let's
there.
get it.
Let's get it.
Serving out what? Think about it day to day, day and night. Last night I